Ladies and gentlemen, President Trump knows exactly what's going on. Almost certainly he brought up the Golden Muumuu, Madam Cyberhack, again today during his rally, during his campaign speech in Florida. Trump mocks Hillary at re-election campaign rally, Fox News. President Trump addresses supporters during a rally kicking off his 2020 re-election bid in Orlando, Florida. Why is the first thing, one of the major topics, I should say, the Golden Muumuu? Why is Madam Cyberhack front and center? Why isn't he spending time on Elizabeth Warren or Joe Biden? Of course, because the Golden Muumuu will levitate again above the DNC. And as they cheat and as they completely fabricate and, perform this theatrical performance called the Democratic primary or primaries, Madam Cyberhack Clinton is going to run again. She has till November. I don't know when she's going to announce, just like I don't know when the indictments will take place. She will eventually get indicted after a whole bunch of people get indicted before her. You think when Comey, Strzok, McCabe, Clapper, Brennan, a bunch of FBI and other intel officials who committed crimes that we haven't heard of yet, if these people, I do believe that at least some, if not all of them, will receive the legal repercussions, will experience legal ramifications of setting up and framing President Trump, of deceiving FISA judges, of allowing unverified gossip, hearsay, foreign intel, well, not really intel, dirt on Trump, leaking information, lying under oath like Andrew McCabe 3 times. We can go on through the litany of things that were illegal. One person on another network stated, nothing illegal took place. Everything illegal took place. Everything illegal. Just because they tried to hide behind their post in a bureaucratic sense doesn't mean that they can evade at least 18 U.S. Code, the 18371 statute. That's what one of the statutes I talk about in my Federalist article. That's when I say that Comey and McCabe and Strzok will be indicted eventually under those statutes. But I don't know when the indictments are going to take place. Very likely most of them will take place after the election when Clinton loses again. Hillary is running again. This is all a show, a farce. And the reason you'll hear President Trump right now, but the reason he brought up Madam Cyberhack is the following. Check it out.
You remember during one of the debates when crooked Hillary said, if I win, are you going to support me? But I must be honest, I didn't give her a great answer.
Now, just really quickly, you can watch this yourself on Fox. Everyone's smiling, happy, laughing, getting a kick out of it, getting amusement from how Trump goes after these people who mercilessly fabricated a two-year-plus investigation trying to remove him from the presidency unlawfully. Using a Steele dossier that was complete nonsense. Now we know that CrowdStrike not only was outsourced by the Democratic Party, but just miraculously actually never gave its information to anyone in the to the FBI, anyone in the U.S. government. So indictments will inevitably happen. Thank you to one of my subscribers who just said HA just used the word inevitable. The indictments will inevitably take place. I know it's not, it doesn't, it's not an exciting word, but it's inevitable. You can't continue to commit crimes, but people are happy. They love it. They love the fact he's not letting it go, kind of like me. Every segment, I repeat myself about 5 or 6 themes. How many times have you heard me talk about DNC servers and CrowdStrike? How many times have you heard me talk about a special access program intelligence? How many times have you heard me talk about Hillary running? How many times have you heard me talk about Bernie Sanders being cheated and then blaming the Russians for informing the country that he was cheated, which actually we have no clue if the Russians even hacked the DNC, because now we know from yesterday, CrowdStrike didn't even give its information to the U.S. government. It gave it to the DNC. Then the DNC relayed the information to the U.S. government. We have no clue. We have no clue about anything. The media takes it as gospel. But anyway, this is Trump. And everyone's laughing. It's funny. I was listening to this a couple hours back. It's hilarious. Because it's real. Because he speaks like a real human being. He doesn't speak like, this contrived, like, I'm Joe Biden, and if you want, golly gee, I'm a hard worker, and if you want somebody subdued and sober with Botox all over who will give you a nice little, help those knots in the back, vote for me. That's not what people want. He has a personality, he has charisma, his own charisma. And the fact, and this is what most people don't understand about people who vote for Trump supporters. I'm a Trump supporter. I'm voting for Trump. I used to be the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post. I used to be the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters. If you want to find out how I became a Trump supporter, in the Federalist, I explain why Bernie supporters should vote Trump 2020. One of my articles in the Federalist, I explain everything. But people enjoy the honesty, and they enjoy an honest politician. You might not like everything he stands for, but the economy is great. We have less of an interventionist foreign policy, even though, like I said, look, I'm disappointed and I am 100% against sending any more Americans or any Americans overseas, and I want all Americans home with their families. But let's just continue. So I'm against that taking place under President Trump's administration, but it would have been infinitely worse with Madam Cyberhack. But listen to this. That
might have been my hardest question during the debates. Isn't it amazing that it worked the other way around, right? Isn't it amazing?
He rubs it in. How great is it? I mean, you have the MSNBC, CNN, the Washington Post, New York Times, every major media company doing everything possible to blame Russia, to foment the same nonsensical narrative, irrational McCarthy-era Red Scare tactic contrived by Comey, Clapper, Brennan, Strzok, McKay, people who literally stated, we will stop Trump. Strzok said, we will stop Trump from winning. And it's just, it's like, they don't get that Trump in many ways is a kind of emotional, it's almost like emotional retribution. Twitter is run by deranged and a whole bunch of deranged imbeciles. Democrats. You have every social media platforms, you have almost every single media platform, publication. They're all maniacal zealots when it comes to taking down, trying to remove President Trump. And then when he kind of thumbs his nose at them and kind of mocks them, it's hilarious. But let's continue.
If you want to know how the system is rigged, just compare how they came after us for 3 years with everything they have versus the free pass they gave to Hillary and her aides after they set up an illegal server, destroyed evidence, deleted and acid-washed 33,000 emails.
So there's a PolitiFact article that says, there was no acid, he didn't acid wash, Trump is wrong again, he's lying. It's like, oh my God, the petulant, snarky imbeciles, oh my goodness. Yeah, okay, it wasn't an acidic solution, fine. I mean, they take Trump to task for semantic meanings that, okay, she deleted 33,000 emails. She wiped her server clean. Whether BleachBit, if it's a phrase used, acid washing a server, whatever, she thought that she should wipe it with a cloth. So, like, what does it matter how he describes it? The fact of the matter is, she deleted 33,000 plus emails because she said they were about yoga. The FBI believed her. The media doesn't touch it. The whole thing is rigged. And if you watch this channel, you listen to my voice, you know that I do repeat 5 or 6 or 7 themes. And one of them is that Bernard Sanders cannot talk about being cheated because the Russians want you to know that I was cheated by Deborah Wasserman Schultz. And if you say a derogatory word about Deborah Wasserman, you'll have me to contend with. I love Deborah Wasserman, and mainly the Golden Moo, who we all know will be running yet again. And Trump, with his orange arrogance, is trying to insult a wonderful woman who has always had foreign policy victories. Yeah, right. Even I can't say that with a straight face. But anyway, I'm going to endorse Hillary Clinton right now for president, even before she announces. And case closed. It's all good. Here's President Trump.
Exposed classified information and turned the State Department. Exposed classified information.
How many times do I bring up top secret and special access program intelligence? How many times do I say I'm like a broken record on about 5 or 6 or 7 things? How many times do I say the whole planet has her top secret and special access program intelligence? The whole planet, the whole planet, the whole planet, the whole planet has it. The whole planet has it. You're not going to get this from, MSNBC or CNN or the Washington Post or the New York Times, because their goal is public. It's not only public relations. Their goal going into 2020 is to create an alternate reality. It's gone beyond PR. Up until recently, it was public relations fueled and fomented by the intelligence agencies run by corrupt officials who once had immense power and influence, and now they're going to eventually face legal repercussions because of William Barr and John Durham. But John Durham and William Barr know exactly why President Trump brought up Clinton today at the rally. I mean, if she's not running, why is he bringing her up? Because he knows she's running. She's running again. And the fact, whether you want Clinton to run or you don't want Clinton to run, the fact that I'm the only person saying this in all of YouTube that she's definitely running, the fact that I'm the only person saying this, the emotional response, the emotional reaction it gets, that it elicits, should tell you everything you need to know about American politics. The fact that I am actually, it's almost as if, you hear something outrageous that you don't want to hear, or something, like nails on a chalkboard. Who likes to hear nails on a chalkboard? Okay? Who likes to hear elevator music on continual loop? But when I say Hillary Clinton is going to run again for president in 2020, that reaction is the same thing from even people who agree. I've had people say, AJ, I agree. Stop. I don't want to hear it anymore. I do agree she's running. I can't hear it. I can't even the sound of it. But he's bringing this up because you're talking about a walking criminal. The Golden Moo has committed crimes. You can't rely on Inspector Clouseau, James Comey, who tried to deceive the public, but everyone knows what he did. The difference is the Democrats and media are like, great, whatever, who cares? But here's President Trump.
Information and turned the State Department into a pay-for-play cash machine.
Everyone's going like that. And then you have the CNN crowd, the Democrats, liberal Democrats, can you believe this? Can you believe the hate, the anger he's fomenting? This is reminiscent of all the tyrants in history. It's no, it's not. No, he actually survived. He actually survived a 3-year endeavor, a 3-year assault, an attempt at removing a duly elected president by truly corrupt people who engage in the most insidious acts, but do so in a media-friendly public relations, cocoon of loveliness. We don't know if the Steele dossier was accurate or not. We don't know. We have to investigate. Everything is plausible deniability. Trump, Orange Monster, Madman, everything's plausible deniability. But with Trump, if he elicits any emotion, any happy joy, if there's any energetic, enthusiastic, joyful emotion that takes place at a Trump rally, it's, oh my God, do you see these people? These monsters, these mini monsters. They're like gremlins. Oh my God, looking at their leader. We've seen this in history before. Clinton committed crimes and he's calling her out. So, yeah, you don't like that. Everything with Trump is magnified to the point of just, it's so much hype. There's so much hyperbole. Trump is a monster. Why don't you impeach him? Yeah. That's why nobody trusts the media or the Democratic Party. That's why. As a Trump supporter, I want them to impeach him. Are you kidding me? He would turn that, and it would be the best judo move of all time. He would turn that into the biggest, most colossal failure for them. Let's continue.
33,000 emails deleted. Think of it. I keep mentioning, there was a lot of corruption on the other side. But, the simplest thing, they get a subpoena from the United States Congress, and they decide that they're not going to give it. So, Lindsey Graham, they delete and they acid wash, which is very expensive. Nobody does it. They acid wash those emails.
And then, there was no acid. There was no acidic solution. It's like, oh my God. He's talking about wiping the server clean. She gave servers to the FBI that were completely wiped clean. So the FBI had to go, allegedly, try to get as many emails as possible work-related from the servers. And then they found emails that she didn't give, work-related emails that she didn't give. But they didn't even bother to check Platte River and Dato Inc. to see if they had Clinton's deleted emails. And I explain, if anyone at the White House wants Clinton's deleted emails, just go to Platte River and Dato Inc. I explain this in my book about her top secret emails and about her deleted emails. They know exactly where Clinton's yoga emails and all her deleted emails were. From 2013 to 2014, 2 companies had all 60,000 of her emails. For my viewers, if you've lasted this long, just put 1822 or 1823, because it's important for people to either skip through this and skip through the segment and at least watch me say, Platte River and Dato Inc. have her 60,000 emails. They had her emails, all 60,000 of them, when she was shipping them in a actually shipping in the mail, USPS, a laptop that she lost. Around that time, she outsourced Platte River and Dato Inc. These are 2 companies that outsourced all 60,000 of her emails. From 2013 until 2014, they had all 60,000. 2014, she struck a deal with the State Department, just like she struck a deal with the FBI. Can you believe the FBI of all agencies said, yeah, we'll sign a consent agreement because just to ensure that we don't look at Clinton Foundation emails. There was an ongoing Clinton Foundation probe. You would think they would want to know what Clinton Foundation emails she had. I mean, are you kidding me? And then the rebuttal from Democrats is, well, they were investigating Clinton's foundation. What's the problem? What do you want? Yeah, a real investigation. Simply saying, well, we're investigating, and case closed, we found nothing. That doesn't mean you were investigating. And that's more of a public relations stunt That's what, like, they had an investigation for Clinton just to kind of try to put it to rest, but it'll never be put to rest because it was a public relations fiasco, disaster, catastrophe for the Democrats. The criminality was so rampant that a week before the election, they're like, oh my God, we found more. We found more in Uma Abedin's husband's laptop. Quick, get the hazmat suit and Lysol and you know, every disinfectant you could think of. Go to Rite Aid and get every single disinfectant before we touch this. Because you know who has been touching this, and Lord knows what he's been doing. And he just came out of prison recently. I mean, the Democrats are, like, fantastic with, like, the people around them. Anyway, they then found emails a week before the election, and they swept that under the rug. And then a week before, a couple days before Comey exonerated her, Attorney General Loretta Lynch met with Bill Clinton. The whole thing was a scam. They made a complete and utter mockery of the intelligence community. No intelligence services on the planet will allow any government official in their country to have private servers running and operating and accepting special access program and top secret and classified data for 4 years. That is a security risk and that damages national security. From a cybersecurity sense, it's the worst thing that could ever happen. Only in the old phrase, only in America would this take place, and only now in this time. And when people say, well, she's not running again. No, she's running. And look, every day that she doesn't announce doesn't mean she's not going to run. You know, she's waiting for the right time. And if you're Clinton, why go in now? Why go in now if you're Clinton? You have two different Democratic Party debates. You have one with people that are not really, it's kind of like the B team, although I think the best Democrat out there is Tulsi Gabbard. She's fantastic. But she's part of the, I think candidates that haven't broken 10% or 5 or 7% or whatever. And then you have, you know, the other night with like candidates like Biden and Kamala Harris and, Beto O'Rourke or whatever. Was Beto even on there? I don't know. But the thing is, like, what is she going to do? It's like a battle royale. It's the old WWF battle royales where everyone goes in and then you'll see like one guy come in like late when everyone's tired. She has until November. She could just wait and watch. There are going to be the articles, you know what? We need Hillary to run. We need Hillary to save us. We need Hillary Clinton to run. You know, it's going to be, God forbid, a bad Botox injection for the vice president. And oh my God, how did this happen? I know who put the Botox in the syringe? Who loaded up the syringe on this one? What was Robbie Mook doing here when we were injecting Botox anyway? So Biden is, face will look like a pumpkin. And it's like, oh my God, how are you supposed to know? God forbid it happens. Of course, I'm just being facetious. That's bizarre. Are you trying to insinuate that Clinton had a role in this? You're a bad person. And then suddenly it'll be like, you want me to run? Just because Botox Biden had a bad injection. But the Russians, they interfered in our democracy. Nope, not our democracy. They just told the truth about you if they even did hack the DNC, because actually it was your emails and Deborah Wasserman Schultz was forced to resign. Anyway, let's finish this up.
Never to be seen again, but we may find them somewhere deep in the State Department.
So we may find them somewhere. We may find them somewhere deep in the State Department. I mean, he's taking no prisoners, this guy. The president is definitely playing to win. We might find them somewhere deep in the State Department. Let's listen to this.
deep in the State Department. You remember during... But we may find them somewhere deep in the State Department.
We may find them somewhere deep in the State Department. Okay? We may find them somewhere deep in the State Department. That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. So, I mean, it's just, if you've had to deal with snarky, angry, vindictive, malicious liberals for years and years and years, then Trump's personality is welcoming, inviting, fantastic, wonderful. Because anything that makes these people even more maniacal is like actually quite enjoyable. And then I'm going to end this with the following. This is on YouTube, Hillary Clinton interview, Inside Edition, 2008. Paul Boyd and this is, so that's the channel. It might even be the interviewer, I'm not sure. And this gentleman is interviewing, Inside Edition, he's interviewing Hillary Clinton. She's saying everything is fair game. Even President Obama's relationship with a religious leader, everything's fair game. Could you imagine the response on Twitter from this? Check this out. And now we're, oh my God, you don't want dirt from a political opponent. Oh my God, no dirt for. Check out what she says regarding dirt.
And as people focus on who would be the best president and who would be the better candidate to go up against John McCain, I feel very good about the outcome.
On that note, your campaign has expressed some pretty big concerns about Senator Obama's relationship, association at the very least, with Bill Ayers. Why?
Well, when you run for president, especially looking forward to the general election in the fall, you know that everything is going to be fair game. The Republicans have absolutely no reluctance to push out any issue. And I think a lot of people on the blogs and now even increasingly in the media are asking tough questions about both of us. And we have to be ready to answer those questions.
And in terms of the latest news about your husband, former President Clinton, giving two members of that extremist party pardons, do you think that's fair game for them to criticize you and say that's a little hypocritical? Your husband did that. Do you agree with him giving those pardons?
Well, I didn't know anything about it, but from my perspective...
I didn't know anything about it. She doesn't know anything about anything. None of these Comey, Clinton, especially Clinton, they don't know anything about anything. But they definitely know enough for you to trust them.
Everything is fair game. You know, our records are fair game, our associations, our experiences. That's what happens in a presidential campaign.
Everything is fair game. Interesting.
And anybody who thinks it won't happen hasn't been through one, and I have. And I am looking forward to going up against John McCain and the Republicans because I think that I can more than hold my own.
We're going to be with you all day on the campaign trail. Our viewers are going to...
All right, so that's Hillary Clinton, 2008, when she was running against Obama. But you can see right there. You could see right there. It's like it's like everything's fair game when she's running. If it hurts Clinton's campaign, it ain't fair game. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Share my segment below that was discussed and shared by Rush Limbaugh, my Federalist article below. If you want to support my voice long term during this tumultuous election cycle, your support would be greatly appreciated on my Patreon link in the pinned comment. Thank you.